Welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? So in the last video, I had explained you a little bit about how you can use your CAT score to apply to these top Masters in Management programs. In today's video, I'll explain you clearly about the admission requirements for most of the top Masters in Management schools. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible and break it down into small steps. So let's get started with the requirements. Number 1, the GMAT, GRE or your CAT score. So you definitely need to submit one of these scores to apply to most of the top Masters in Management programs. There are few schools which are ranked outside the top 30 which don't need you to submit an exam score like GMAT, GRE or CAT, but if you aim for the top schools, it is definitely compulsory. These exams test your verbal and quantitative aptitude, and it is really important in a business school setting. That is the reason why most schools ask for this particular score. Looking at historical data, a GMAT score of about 670 plus gives you a fighting chance in most of the top MIM schools across Europe, Canada and the United States. In GRE, something around 320 definitely gives you a competitive chance. 315 to 320 can land you an admission if your other parts of the application are super solid. Criteria number 2, your GPA. Yes, your undergrad GPA is definitely important in the application procedure. It definitely adds a lot of weight to your application, particularly if you have a consistent academic record. However, there's one good thing I need to inform you. I know a lot of people who are worried, I have like 60% in my undergrad, I have 65% in my undergrad, will this be sufficient? Actually, in Europe, schools do look at your profile at an overall level. GPA is only one part of your profile. So if you have a grade between 60 and 70%, a solid GMAT score plus a lot of good extracurricular activities and leadership experiences can help you offset your GPA and still gain admission. Schools in Canada definitely stress a bit more on the academic part, and I would say having anything more than 70% increases your chances slightly. Number 3, the resume or the curriculum vitae. This is a very important document. Schools look at it very carefully. So I would suggest to utilize the full CV properly and make an impact in each and every sentence. Every word you include in that matters for the application procedure. If it's relating to academics, anything like being on the top 10% in your college or having been on the dean's list, or if you have secured a merit scholarship, all these experiences and rewards can be included. Going to the work experience and extracurricular section, some people have asked me what can I exclude or include in extracurriculars. So if you worked as part of an NGO as a volunteer and you made an impact, that is an extracurricular activity. If you have been part of the school basketball team or represented the state for swimming at some level, you can include that as an experience. Or just being a leader of a club in college or starting a finance club or something of that sort is also an experience. The very important thing in all this is how you represent that on your CV. I would always suggest the STAR, the STAR format for your work experiences and your extracurricular activities. So what exactly is the STAR format? So it basically stands for situation, task, action and result. So each of your experiences, you should try to follow this format where you specify the situation you are in, the task you accomplished, the role you were given, and the actions you undertook, and the end result or the impact you made. This impact part is really important and it's the keyword here. Always focus on the impact you made. So that's really important. And as an addition, I usually suggest people to add 1 or 2 lines of their hobbies in the CV. It could be something like you like to do backpacking, or you are a fan of doing windsurfing, you like to learn languages. Experiences like these are very much valued in European schools and bring us new dimension about your personality. Number 4, the SOP and the essays. The statement of purpose is a very important document where you try to accumulate all the experiences you've gathered in the past and try to explain why you will be a good fit for the school. It is really important that you explain what motivates you to apply to the MIM program and why specifically this school. This last point, the particular school fit, that is really important. I've seen students write a general SOP and apply to 10 schools. Be prepared to get your application onto the elimination stack if you do this. It is very important to research why you're applying to that particular school and also why you'll be a good fit and what kind of experiences and strengths you bring to the table. So be very careful about your essay SOP. And your essays are again a place where you can try to use your experiences and explain what makes you a good fit for the program and what are your strengths and what kind of skills and benefits you bring to the table. Number 5, the letter of recommendation. This is a honest third-party evaluation of what kind of person you are, what skills you possess, and what experiences you've undergone in your past. Usually schools ask for 2 letters of recommendation, one academic and one professional. If you have not graduated and you're a fresher right out of college, then 2 academic references would also suffice. Here it is really important that your referee knows you in and out and explains clearly about what you have done with them and in what capacity you work with them and the impact or results you achieved. Finally, apart from all this, most schools ask for an IELTS or a TOEFL score. In Europe, if you have done an undergraduate degree in English, that is your medium of instruction was English, then you don't really need to write the IELTS or the TOEFL. The schools give you a waiver for this exam. However, if you have to apply to Canada or USA, then you definitely need the IELTS or TOEFL as it is a mandatory requirement. So you could check about specific schools and their requirements, and don't worry, I'll be covering the application process school by school in the subsequent videos. So you can stay tuned and follow me for that. So overall, are the basics of the application requirements. Stay tuned to my channel for my next video and do subscribe to get updates about my following videos.